Good afternoon, it's Michael from NCY store, and we're going to see how about starting the scooter up again on the third day of trial. I know we still have to take our front cover. I'm almost like dragging my feet doing it, but I have to do it sometime in order to change that brake cable line. This did this to me. So anyway, let go. I got ahead and plugged in the original controller there for the start button, so we can just conveniently have it ready. And I know our gas is very low, but it's still enough to do the trick. And let's check things out. I also ordered a new scooter cover, so I'm looking forward to that coming in. The shock should be in anytime soon today, the front shock, so it'll still be perfect timing. That way, hopefully, I get everything squared away as much as possible. I can get that front shock in there, but we'll see. Let's check this out. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a test start again when it first starts. The temperature seems like about good. I got my jacket on, so it's a little bit chilly. Maybe about, I want to say 60, 69. Maybe in the low 70s, if anything, minimum. Okay, we'll turn that on right there. We'll have our kill switch on. Okay, we're going to hit the start button. We'll hold the brake lever. This will still hold, but it'll squirt, so I'll just hold the other side. Let me go ahead and get ready to push this guy here. The manual choke, is it on? Now, I'm thinking of also tuning it, so let me turn this key off here. We got to get a screwdriver. This is what APM advised me. He's kind of going to be putting a PWK, how to tune carburetor video out, so you want to check out his channel, APM Scootering. He's got this wideband sensor and all the other sophisticated stuff, but he said you could do it hopefully by ear if we're doing it right. So he wants to say is you will turn your, I call it the air-fuel mixture screw. I used to call it the idle mixture screw, but air-fuel mixture screw is somewhere in the PWK. You'll have to get to it sort of with a Phillips, so it's right there. And unfortunately, we're kind of blindsided this way because we put the cover on, see? So it's not like we can tune it pretty easily. This is blocked by the bar. So you'll feel the groove there and how many turns you have. The idle mixtures or air fuel mixture screw is right here. And then you got your throttle screw or thumb screw, more easier because all it does is control this lever here. By pushing it up or down. So we go clockwise, it should push the level up, widening open more, so allows it to actually get richer. If you go back down, it makes the pin here kind of relaxes. By closing this up, it makes it thinner. That's why we had an issue starting, because we saw white smoke coming out. It wasn't the fact that we didn't get gas into our carburetor. It was pretty much the reason why we didn't open it enough for the carburetor to get the gas in. So you can see here the fuel line is still open. This is actually in the flowing position. You can see it's solidly full of fluid, even though over here in the reserve is shallow, very shallow. Let's see here. Shake it up. I see a little bit ripple. So yeah, it's not a lot of fuel in there. And this fuel is a month old, so we definitely want to just use it up and get it over with. Now for whatever the residue that came out here, that's a mystery to me still. So we might not be able to tune it properly yet until we get the side covers off, so we can actually get our flathead in there. I could probably get it with a small thumb flathead. I could probably do it. Here. We'll just have to remember it. You guys won't be able to see me turn it, unfortunately. But I can do it with this guy here. So here we go. I'm going to put him in. Let's see if I can find him now. He's just right below. He's on the side. There he is. He's hanging pretty right there in this corner. Here, let me try to get this deep in there. I believe he's probably a full turn and a half. So let's see where he's at right now. Not sure if okay, here it goes. I'm in the groove here, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and try to give it a turn. I still haven't got my tripod yet, so bear with me. Let me just get us situated here. I'm going to get a seat. Easier to do things when you're comfortable and not arching over, stressing, or straining your back. You can work for a little longer. Especially going to need that when start taking the front panel off. That's going to be fun. I'm not going to probably have you guys watch me struggle to get it back on like I did the first time. So you guys saw that already, how it interlocks. And every Chinese scooter is going to have their own different way of clamping each other and meeting to each other anyway. So it's not going to be all the same. But you guys get the idea of trying to find the right screws and the right plastic metal clips to help back it up. Okay, so let me see. I can't really do it with this hand. It would be nice if I can get one guy stationed here. So let me try to fit this guy in here. That way he stays the overlook. And while I try to turn this sucker over here, give me 1 second here. I can't wait till the other tripod comes. Oh boy. Because 3 legs are better than 2. But 2 legs are better than 1, that's for sure. Alright, so let's see if I can angle it away. Hopefully it's not good. There we go. In fact, this way is not too bad. Yeah, let's see if I can force him to go up a little bit for us. Or down a little bit more. Okay, so this is it. Hopefully I can get an angle where you guys can see if this little guy here, the tube. There we go. There we go. That'll be a good angle right there. That way you guys can see the decompression tube and everything. See how much it flows. Well, that's when it's flowing out almost. So you'll be able to capture. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and count the turns again because I don't remember what we had last. I think we had what? I'm going to go ahead and tighten up. That way I can count it with you, okay? So straight up right now. There we go. Well, it's sort of incline like this. Okay, here we go. I'm going to go to the same position and we'll count half a turn at a time. That's half a turn. One more time, the other side. That's a full turn. Okay. Let's see how more it can go to the right. Full turn and a half. That's actually it. So it's a full turn and a half. So let's go and back it out again. Half a turn. Full turn. It's easier to do it this way. Okay, there we go. And let's go another half a turn. So a full turn and a half. There's a full turn and a half right there. Okay, so it's a full turn and a half. So we went back to where it was when originally studied. Now what we're going to do is you're going to hear me. I'm going to go and start the scooter up. And what we're looking for is, what you want to do is actually turn your air fuel mixture screw until you hear the RPM just kind of rev up to its highest peak. Now, the minute you keep turning it, it's going to also go back downward because if you're over pretty much turning the clockwise air fuel mixture screw, you'll see the RPM kind of dwindle down back. So you want to go ahead and turn it back until you get to the highest peak. Then you'll go ahead and pretty much turn your idle or throttle screw here. This is the throttle screw you can do by hand, right? So this is right there. I call it the thumb screw. So you could do this guy right here afterwards. Only you would normally set him just, kind of medium way where he doesn't get the engine killed. So remember again, I can even start the scooter without turning this guy a little bit toward the richer side, meaning clockwise. So what you're going to do is actually the opposite. Is counterclockwise to enrichen the air fuel mixture screw, and is clockwise to richen. So what it does, it drives this guy in there, which pushes up on this guy, lifts this guy up, so it opens more, right? Opens more. And now with the air fuel mixture screw, it's the opposite. It's actually clockwise to richen it. I'm so sorry. Clockwise? No, clockwise would be tightening. So it's the same. It's well, I'm sorry. You're right. It's clockwise to enrichen it, and this one is clockwise to enrichen it. So your thumb screw, idle screw, if you turn it clockwise, it's going to open up more of this throttle here, at the pin inside of it. But your air fuel mixture screw, if you go clockwise, it's going to actually thin it out. So you actually want to go counterclockwise to help enrich it. See, you're trying to balance it off. And what's confusing is the other one's turning it to enrich it more. The other one's turning it the other way, counterclockwise to enrich it more. So that's what we're doing right now. We turn it counterclockwise to open it up more on the air fuel mixture screw. But after we get to this highest peak RPM, when you see it rev up, you'll hear it. My RPM meter doesn't really work until I actually start, driving it the scooter, I guess. Maybe get the wheel in motion or something, get the RPM going to the peak, and then it'll start kicking in on its own, so it doesn't start right away. And you don't want to tune this yet until your scooter starts for at least 15 minutes or, minimum at least 15 minutes or 10 minutes the most. 15 minutes tops. So we'll have it start up for 15 minutes and then we'll start playing around with this. Right now it's set to where it was yesterday, so it should have no problem starting the scooter. We might have to turn the manual choke up, lift it on to get a little fuel to go in, help it. But we'll see. We'll have it established for about a good 15 minutes. In fact, we can just roll it out right now. That way we don't have to worry about it being inside the small area here. So I'm going to go and roll the scooter out to probably the parking area here. And then I'll fire it up and let it start for 15 minutes. So today we're just going to see if we can actually get it tuned. So we'll find out. So here we go, bear with me. I'm gonna go and roll the scooter out. Hopefully nothing drops. Other than, there you go, let me go and see if I can hold it. It's funny because I have nowhere place to hold the back area. So I have to push forward. I took my throttle sleeve out because it wasn't jointed on the controller sleeve, and you don't want to leave the throttle just sliding back and forth like that for safety reasons. You might actually forget that it's not really on there. So you put all your pressure and weight on there. If one of your hands slips off your handlebar, you know, it's very hard to know how your scooter is gonna, you know, balance itself with just one hand right now, because you'll probably lose control and you'll probably drop your scooter, which you don't want to do that. So I took it off just to remind myself there is no connection, there is no stability between the throttle and the scooter. So what we're going to do is we're probably going to go ahead and back it up here a little bit. You're going to see more sunlight now, which is great. Okay, so what we're going to do is try to get the fumes out of the way. Alright, so I'm going to put in the center kickstand, and you're going to see me start the scooter up. And I'm hoping that the oil and so forth won't be a problem. But if it is, I think I might be able to get a bucket just in case to have it in hand. So let me go ahead and look for a container of some sort. Just in case it does decide to drip out. We'll have that ready to go. Yeah, I don't want the scooter to overflow with oil anyway, but here we go. Let me go get a container real quick. All right, I got a container here, so when we start it, we'll make sure we'll catch the, hopefully the oil before it falls all the way underneath us. So let's see if I can hook this guy here. I think I can hook him almost, or maybe not. I'll probably have to put him underneath. I just hate for him to drop on my exhaust in order to get underneath. That's just ridiculous, right? But that's what I have to do. That's what I have to do.
Okay.
Hi, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Love you. Okay, here we go. So we're going to start it up. And I'm going to get the idle mixture just right. You'll hear the noise of it and everything. So I guess you guys can come with me until we actually get started on this. Besides, it's not really hooking onto my battery right now anyway. Okay, so we're going to turn on the ignition. This is how I have it set up, you guys. Right here in the front. Looks pretty nice. This is the Interceptor 150, which we turn it to a 180. The lights are on because I have my switches on. Let's see what the battery level is. It's going crazy on this. It's 13 volts. It's only because the camera made it look like that, because it's catching at a certain rate. The camera probably catches quicker than the naked eye can capture it. So it's at 13 volts right now. Awesome. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go underneath here. I'm going to adjust this. I'm not sure we'll be able to see the RPM at all, Ronzo, because we're not really raving the scooter. But before we even adjust it, let's just have it started for at least 15 minutes, right? So let's do this. Center kickstand's on. I put the side kickstand just in case it ever needs to tilt a little bit more. Okay. Kill switch is on. Yep. Okay, just gotta hold the brake lever and push the button, right? Let's see here if I can do it. Well, I'm gonna try. Let me see. One hand hold the brake lever, one hand get ready to push this guy here. 1, 2, 3. Oh, see that? It's almost starting, and the manual choke is not actually even pulled up. So the manual choke, see, it's still down, which is kind of nice. Okay, let's see here. It's in the little warm sunlight too, so. There you go. I gotta held it a little bit longer. But yeah, you can see I didn't have to use the manual choke. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna let it. The reason why I didn't die on us prematurely, because we have this idle mixture screw pretty well turned in. But we'll find out. Oh, yeah, I don't want my magnets in here to get caught. If it drops in there, I got another problem, right? So this is magnet. I'll just let it connect here for a second. So we'll let it warm up for about good 15 minutes or so. Right now, I think I've been recording, it's at 14 minutes recording. So we'll wait till closer to about 30 minutes of recording. But means, oh, look at that. Look at that guy. Yep, I knew he was gonna do that to us. All right, so let's go ahead and turn this back off. Look at that. Right on the money too, the money shot right there. Wow. It's not a good sign there. Just keeps on wanting to flood oil. I almost feel like taking him off first until we tune him. Maybe put the cap back on, just for right now, because he's not doing us any justice other than making a mess for us to clean right after him. But you can see, look how much oil just came out of it really quickly. See that? Isn't that crazy? Okay, so let's see here what we're gonna do with this guy. Yeah, that's a lot. That's almost good. Oh, wow. It's probably good. I don't know about milliliters, but I think it's a good, at least probably, that looks like a good 2 ounces right there. Easily. If it's really, yeah, it's like good 2 ounces of oil. So what's causing it? I don't know yet. I think it has to do with probably tuning. So we're going to have to tune it a little bit more. So now that it squirts more, I mean, we didn't even tap it with more oil and still doing this to us. So let's go and find out again. Let's go and start the button. Push it up. Okay, oh, this is back to 12. Okay, let me see here if I can tune this. See that it's rising? I'm trying to go back lower. There we go. I'm dying it out. It's still climbing, right? See if I enrich it. I'm enriching it, see there? Now I can, well, I'm enriching it more here. This guy, I'm only able to do that so I can actually, see why I'm enriching it? He's sort of receding now. See that? There you go, he's receding. I was going to turn the engine off, but you can see here, oh there, look, he's throwing little chunks. He's throwing little fits. He's like, trying to figure himself out. Look at that. Behaving oddly, huh? Now it's getting some on the motor oil, that's why it's kind of smoke there. See that? Starting. I'd rather not have it really over here, maybe you guys can see the brake level. I'm not doing anything right now to the carburetor. I'm just gonna monitor that guy real quick. I'm not sure if he has enough oil to even slide out that much more. Okay, check out the turn signal. Lighting up. The other signal's lighting up. Okay, can't wait to put this guy on. Sliding's good. Before it gets really hot, and then we can't really do nothing for it. We'll have to wait. So I don't want to use this I don't want to use this rag. I want to just go and use a disposable shop rag. Alright, so the motor oil looks like it's coming and going. Yeah, I see all this splat here. I think it hits this and gets flat. See, there's still some coming out. Those splats. I should just kept this closed. I don't know. Yeah, it's like the. Oh look, you can actually feel air. Watch. Look at this. I'll show you. I don't think air is from the fan or anything. It's coming from this guy. You can actually feel air. Almost completely empty, but it's still showing a fuel line here, so we're good there. Which really completely shows that there's like bubbles in here. That means it's filling this last tank. So far, it's okay. Alright, so it's not coming anymore. We're about almost good. 12 minutes. A couple more minutes, I think we should be fine. We'll start tuning. Yes, I can put this a little bit. You see the smoke coming out. What it is it's burning the oil. Pretty strong compression. I wonder if this is hot. It's not that hot. Yeah, it's burning the oil behind here. Lucky this strap is really strong on there. This guy's just like warm to the touch, but he'll probably get really hot. And you can actually feel the air actually. Watch. Here, I'll show you guys. See that? See that? It's forcing the air. There's forced air that comes out of right here. That's how much compression your engine puts out. See that? Look at that. See it? It's not coming from the stator fan. The stator fan is here. It's sucking in. This is the air too, but it's not. It's actually coming from this guy. Look at that. See the vibration? See that? If I put it close to the hole. That? It doesn't want to close the hole. So let me do it again. foam it up. Watch, I'll show you. Maybe this how. Now, you know what a bad way to test it out? I'll get a rubber glove, and that way you guys can see it foam up. Something like maybe a little plastic, a little lighter for it maybe. Here, let's go and do this. Got a bunch of plastic gloves here. That way you guys can see there's air. It's coming from the decompression tube. It's a pretty strong air. There we go, this guy's flat, right? Hopefully there's no hole in him. Turn it counterclockwise to enrich it more. And let's see what happens to the tube, okay? You guys got an eye on the tube. Okay, here we go. I'm going to turn it counterclockwise to enrich it more. Just going to listen in. Oh, look. Look at that. I'm enriching it. Oil starts sputting out again. Whoa. I'm going back. Decrease. There it goes. See, the oil's dropping again. That's what happens when I'm enriching it. Okay, now I'm decreasing it too much. I'm decreasing it, oil's coming out now. More of it. Okay. So let me go back. not bad. Alright. What you do is you turn it and you wait for it. I'm not sure how many turns this was, but I did enrich it quite a bit. Okay, now I'm going to go back to leaning it. Why? Because I just want to see the difference. But it sounds different, doesn't it? Okay, I haven't moved it yet. I'm debating and going more richer and more toward the counterclockwise, which is going to be leaning it. I mean clockwise, going to be leaning it. So I'm going to go toward leaning it.